So we have seen angular bisector, the meaning of angular bisector. Now let's go for the next question. That is question number 2 of exercise 6.3. You can see the question in the figure. It's given XYZ is a triangle XYZ, and angle X is given to you as 62. XYZ, this complete angle is 54 degrees. YO and ZO, what are these YO and ZO? They are bisectors. So just now I said you the meaning of bisector. So YO divides angle Y, ZO divides angle Z into equal parts, two equal parts. These are the bisectors of triangle XYZ. Find OZY and YOZ. So we need to find OZY. This angle we have to find. Okay, here OZY. What is the measure of OZY? And we also have to find the measure of YOZ. Okay, so these two green colored angles, I marked it with the green color. We need to find these two angles. So for finding this angle, I need the complete angle Z, so that I can make it half then. Okay, so first I'll find angle Z, then I'll make half of that to get OZY. Okay, so here I have written few steps. Given OY is the angular bisector of XYZ, so I can say XYO is equal to OYZ is equals to half of XYZ, because OYO is the bisector. Okay, so XYO and OYZ is equals to half of 54, because angle Y is angle XYZ is 54. So half of 54 is 27. So just now I said you in the previous case that if this angle is 60 degrees and when you draw a bisector for this angle, that angle will be divided into two equal parts. So same thing we are doing here. This angle 54, YO is the bisector for angle 54, so that angle 54 becomes half, and it is named as XYO and YOYZ. So we got this as 27, and the other part is also 27. Now I'll find this angle, complete XZY or angle Z. Similarly, I can say OZ is a bisector of XZY. So if I know angle Z, I can find OZY. Okay, we can easily find OZY if I get angle Z. So we are finding angle Z by using angle sum property in triangle XYZ. You can directly write angle X plus Y plus Z also. So XZY by angle sum property is 64, because angle X is 62, angle Y is 54. So XZY will be equal to 180 minus 116, that is 64. So we have got angle XZY. This complete angle is 64. So what will be half of that? That will be 32, and the other part will be 32. Okay, 64 becomes half because OZ is the bisector of this angle. So we have got angle OZY is equals to 32. Now we have got two angles of this triangle OYZ. You can clearly see if I draw this OYZ triangle, this part OZY or OYZ, this angle is given to us as 27, and this angle we have got just now as 32. So I can easily find angle YOZ by using angle sum property. Okay, so we'll use angle sum property in the next step. You can see here angle O. I am using this triangle, students, OYZ triangle. In triangle OYZ, angle OYZ plus OZY plus YOZ, all three angles adds up to 180 degrees. we already know these two angles. This is 27 and this is 32. So YOZ is equals to 180 minus 59, that will be 121 degrees. We have got finally YOZ. So this is 121 and this is 32. So we have got the required angles. Now let's go for the next third question of exercise 6.3. In this question you can see the figure is given and few angles are given and we have to find the missing one. In the figure, AB is parallel to DE. So it's given that AB is parallel to DE. These two are parallel lines, so I can use corresponding angles or alternate angles axiom here easily. So angle BAC is given to us as 35, angle CD is given to us as 53. We have to find angle DCE. This angle we have to find, okay? This is our angle which we have to find, DCE. So how to find that angle? It's very simple. Let's see that step by step. So for finding DCE, I can easily find DCE if I know these two angles. One angle is already there. I can say these two angles are equal because they are alternate angles, since AB is parallel to DE. So if this is 35, this will also be 35 because they are alternate angles. Now I can use angle sum property for this triangle and find the third angle easily. So we found this angle by alternate angles property, that we cannot write directly, we'll write it step by step. So BAC is equal to CED. I can say angle BAC is equal to CED because alternate angles are equal whenever two lines are parallel, and these two angles will be equal. Okay, we discussed this in the introduction part. So CED will also be equal to 35. Next, I'll use angle sum property for this triangle DEC or CDE, any triangle, you can name it in any way. So in triangle CDE, angle CDE, angle CED plus DCE, the angle which we have to find, will add up to 180. Why we are adding equal to 180? Because that is angle sum property. Sum of the angles of a triangle is 180. So CDE is 53, you can see here. Angle CED is 35, so I have taken the values here. 53 plus 35 gives you 188, and DCE is unknown. Okay, this is your unknown angle which we have to find. So will add up. So DC will be equals to 180 minus 88, that will give you 92 degrees. So finally we have got the angle which we need to find, that is DCE is equals to 92 degrees. Hope it's clear to you all. You need lot of practice for geometry questions, okay, and all the concepts are interlinked to each other.